Irfan, first of all, your overall take on the sort of experiences that you've had, what you heard when you were there at the walkathon, what people were telling you, and any lessons that you want us to take from here.
See, the thing is, we are not really aware, this country is not aware about organ donation, and the awareness is very less. And as the awareness is coming, people are, they're excited about it, and they're excited about the possibility of it. And I think there are different ways to spread the awareness. Important people coming and talking about it. And there are certain myths which should be broken. And there's a lot of excitement about it. There's a possibility,
Yeah.
And there are challenges. And I think cinema, because cinema is more of an emotional cinema. We don't rely on information. When cinema is giving some kind of information, we don't feel that it's credible, because our cinema is not. The credibility is not a very important factor in cinema. The emotion is important. So emotionally, we can convince people, or we can make them aware about it. But as far as information is concerned, the new cinema definitely will have much more credibility as far as information is concerned. But emotionally, yes, we can push this information to people through cinema.
So let me go to Anand Gandhi. Anand, I mean, Ship of Theseus, I'm trying to remember what many of the critics said. It got rave reviews. Somebody saying it was a life-altering experience. That I think was one of the comments that I saw on that particular film. Roughly touching broadly touching the question of organ donation as well. What were really the messages you were trying to send out in that film?
I mean, that film in particular had a wide variety of questions, and it was an inquiry into the self and the universe, and
Plato and
vast
people in caves and all sorts of things. Yeah.
But one of the ideas that the film dealt with was the idea of continuity and continuum, and the idea that we have built ourselves this machine that is part inherited and part resourced, and once we are done using it, once we are done working with it, and it's going to disperse, might as well have somebody else use it. So that's really one of the ideas that I was invested in, and I'm continue to.
Well, one of the other things that of course arises, and I'm sure you called it Ship of Theseus because of that original question. It's a philosophical question that if a ship is entirely reconstructed, is it still the original ship or not?
Right.
That's where Ship of Theseus, I assume, comes from. The question here, which I think many people we've been hearing it all morning long, which is why I think it's really relevant, is we've had people saying that once I did donate my loved one's organs because I feel in some way my loved one now is living on in the body of the recipient.
Yeah.
And that's a very powerful thought.
Yeah.
And if that thought really catches root or takes root, we may have a lot more organ donations taking place.
Sure. I think there are many ways of approaching it, and whatever works. If the idea of continuity works for people, the idea that your loved one will pass on and will continue existing in some form or the other through the physical transplantation of the organs, if that inspires people, that should be the idea. There are many ways of approaching it. For me, it's rational and cold, and that's not what I do with my films. I try to come midway through and emotionally engage. And for me, it's a cold, rational thing that there are these parts of your body that are not going to be of any use, are going to be wasted, and it could save somebody's life, and there is no reason why they should not be used to save somebody's life.
All right. Just touching on Fir Zindagi, and then I'm going to leave it to Irfan to ask further questions. Why am I asking questions when Irfan knows more about films than I ever would? But you were also talking a lot about the facilitation of donation, right, in your film?
Yes.
Why is that crucial?
Yeah, actually, I would say Ship of Theseus touches the theme of organ donation, and here actually for Fir Zindagi, as directors, we were approached by the ZTCC, the Zonal Transplant Coordination Committee, and Praj Foundation in Pune to make a film on organ donation. And then we decided, particularly Sumitra ji has been always thinking that the films are like audiovisual books for our people. So let's make authentic and emotional, as Irrfan ji rightly said, a story-based film, a fiction film, which will tell all the aspects of organ donation in a emotional way, but sticking to the authenticity and the complexity and maturity of the subject. Because otherwise, you know, the mainstream cinema many times depict it in a very so-called falsely dramatic way, and people are more, they watch it more, the mainstream cinema, and so they get carried away with the misconceptions about organ donation.
Okay, well,
And particularly, you know, when we decided to make the film, what we thought was, when the relatives of a brain dead person, they are not in a position to think about organ donation at that particular moment. But if people watch such a film earlier, then unfortunately if they go into such kind of a situation, then they will recall this emotional experience and then they can decide perhaps. Right?
Irrfan, you have
Yeah.
any question for them?
Yeah, you must have done a lot of research about this subject, and people have this confusion about religion, that if you donate your an organ from your body, then you might not your second birth might, you know, or rebirth might get affected. What did you find out about that?
Well, I'll intrude because I have written the script,
Okay.
and so went into the research. See, basically, I don't think that people don't know about it, about organ donation. People do know about it, but they're afraid. They don't accept it, you know, as their personal issue, and that has been the problem. It's a very complex kind of an issue. You know, so there are so many facets to it. There are scientific issues, there are actual practical problems, then there are cultural problems and religious problems and emotional problems. So it's a very complex kind of an issue. And I think basically it boils down to the emotions, because the ones who are actually living and who are related to the dead person, they are worried, how do I let the organs of the person be removed after his death? And the first thing is, they are not ready to accept the death as such. They
Right.
keep feeling that, well, there could be a miracle by which the person could be alive again.
So there
which is
could be
not-
two ways of looking at it. You know, you can say that an organ would be removed from the body, and you can also see that this organ will be alive in somebody else's body, and a part of that person who's dead or who's no more would be living in somebody else's body.
So the treating doctors and the social workers have to be very sensitive people. You know,
Right.
it takes a lot of empathy on the part of the social worker, you know, to convince the person.
Is there any religious text which says which forbids you to not to donate?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because every religion basically wants every human being to be most humanitarian as possible and as giving as possible. You know,
Right.
if you give away something of your own, which is so very valuable, you know, from religious point of view, you ensure your seat in heaven, perhaps.
Right.
You know?
It's like what Anand was talking about, continuity.
Yeah.
That you contribute and you continue.
Yeah.
Let other
Actually,
people.
in her script, you know, she has given a sort of, not exactly religious, but a spiritual kind of a reason for organ donation. The relative asks the social worker, you know, that some miracle can happen. Do you believe in God? She says it's not the question of believing in God or in science, you know, even science can also do miracles. But the scientific possibility is created by science that the organ can be placed in anybody else's body.
Right.
That much science can do.
That's a
But
great
you know,
possibility.
allowing to take out those organs from your relative's body is a miracle, and that can be treated as a God's wish. You
And
know?
if I can just show the result of the miracle that happens, then Santosh here is sitting in the audience among others. She's received a kidney in 2015 and is leading a healthy, normal life ever since. So संतोष जी, अगर आप बताएं आपके साथ आपकी कहानी क्या थी, आपके साथ क्या हुआ और अब जब आपको किडनी मिली है तो एक तरह से चमत्कार ही है जो आपके साथ हुआ है।
अच्छा लगता है।
हम लोग एक चमत्कार की बात कर रहे थे तो आपके साथ जो हुआ चमत्कार ही है।
हाँ, चमत्कार ही है मेरे साथ।
आप बताइए क्या हुआ।
क्या पहले
हाँ
एक्चुअली में चमत्कार ही हुआ क्योंकि जिस समय मैं लगभग ये होगा
माइक ले लीजिए।
माइक दिखा दीजिए फिर इनसे सुनिए।
एक्चुअली में हमें यूँ लग गया था जैसे कि हमने जो डोनेट करने वाले थे हमारे रिलेटिव्स थे, उन्होंने हमने चेक किया तो उनकी जो किडनी थी जो मैच नहीं हो पाई, किसी में स्टोन निकला, किसी को ब्लड मैच नहीं हो पाया, किसी को न। तो एट लास्ट हम हताश हो चुके थे कि जैसे कि हमें कुछ मिल पाएगा कि नहीं हुआ। फिर वो अचानक मिरेकल ही था कि हमारे लिए कि ये पता चला कि आप जल्दी आ जाइए और आपके लिए कोई किडनी आई, शायद वो आपसे मैच कर सकती है और वो आपको मिल सकती है। तो ये अद्भुत चमत्कार ही था हमारे लिए कि हमारे एक नेक्स्ट ज़िंदगी मिल गई मेरी सिस्टर को इसमें।
संतोष जी, और आपको अब जिन्होंने भी डोनेट किया किडनी, जिसकी वजह से आपको एक जो चमत्कार हुआ आपके साथ, अब उनको क्या कहना चाहेंगे जिन्होंने भी डोनेट, जो परिवार वाले हैं जिन्होंने डोनेट किया था?
मेरे लिए तो लक्की है, मेरी ज़िंदगी बचाई है उनने। नोट किया जिन्होंने, उन्हें मेरी ज़िंदगी बचाई। अच्छा ली, किसी और को भी ऐसे मिलना चाहिए, अच्छी बात है।
और आप क्या लोगों से कहेंगे कि उनको डोनेट करना चाहिए?
हाँ, करना चाहिए। और क्या, अब मेरी ज़िंदगी ठीक है, मैं ठीक हूँ, बिल्कुल हेल्दी हूँ, पहले थी वैसे ही हूँ। अब मैं बात की थी।
आपने बात की थी?
हाँ, उन्होंने कहा कि पहले मेरा एक बेटा था लेकिन अब मेरे 5 बच्चे हैं, क्योंकि उन्होंने दोनों अपनी किडनी, लीवर्स टोटली जो दान कर दिए थे। जब उन्होंने बात की तो उन्होंने भागता नहीं, तो खुश नज़र आ रहे थे जैसे हमने फ़ोन पे उन्होंने से बात की थी। तो उन्होंने कहा पहले मेरा एक बेटा था लेकिन अब मैं उदास नहीं हूँ इस चीज़ में, अब मेरे 5 बच्चे हैं जो अलग अलग जगह मेरे बेटे के रूप में ही काम वो जी रहे हैं।
मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ, जब आपको मिल रही थी किडनी, जब आपको पता चला कि हाँ ऐसी पॉसिबिलिटी है जो मैच हो सकती है, तो आपके दिमाग में था कि ये किस कास्ट का होगा, किस रिलीजन का होगा?
सर उस समय कोई दिमाग में नहीं था किस धर्म, किस जाति, किस चीज़ से जीवन है, सिर्फ ये था जीवन कि मेरी सिस्टर को एक नया जीवन मिल रहा है।
तो जब लगने के बाद अभी दिमाग में आता है कि ये किस रिलीजन का होगा वो आदमी,
नहीं,
किस
ये
कास्ट
कभी
का
भी
होगा?
दिमाग में नहीं आया कि किस जाति धर्म से, हमारे कभी भी दिमाग में नहीं आया कि किस जाति से था, किस धर्म से था। बस एक ज़िंदगी जीवन मिला, जीवन देने वाला था जिन्होंने जीवन दिया मेरी सिस्टर को।
और एक तरह से जिंदगी मिली। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आप हमारे साथ थे।